there are phones coming from every brand in one particular segment that has been doing quite well in the recent times, that's gaming. Earlier there were phones launched particularly for best cameras, for some best displays, 4K display as well. So now gaming is one category that has picked up so much in India, and that is why brands have been doing something around that, with Vivo coming up with the budget range and the mid-range phones for gamers. And now there's this phone that is targeted at gamers, but it has a lot more than that. We're talking about the ROG Phone II, and this phone has quite a lot to offer. Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times. If you're here for the first time and like our content, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon for the future updates. So this is the ROG Phone II, and it is powered with one of the best displays in the market, one of the best processors right now, the best configurations internally, and also a decent set of cameras. Not the best in the market though, still a decent set of cameras, one of the heavily powered batteries out there, and also the fast charging capabilities. And not just that, for the gamers there's a bit more than that for the better gaming experience. So let's start with what is offered on the paper. This phone comes with a 6.59-inch display, and it's a Full HD Plus resolution. It's an AMOLED display with 600 nits of brightness, and along with that it comes with the Gorilla Glass 6 protection. But one thing to note here is that it comes with a 120 Hz refresh rate, one of the highest in the market right now. 90 Hz was seen on the OnePlus 7 Pro, and there are some other gaming phones that have been offering 90 Hz. This is 120 Hz per millisecond, and that's one of the fastest refresh rates, the best for the gaming experience. It's AMOLED, so it also supports the always on display, and apart from that there's also the HDR support. HDR is also supported, so on the display aspect there's actually no compromise. This is one of the best displays that you will find, though with the colors again you can always compare with the phones like the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus or the Note 10 Plus that also offer the same AMOLED displays. But we frankly always felt that Samsung has been doing the best of the displays on their smartphones. So compare this with that, we'll see which one actually offers a better display. But there's surely some notch on the top and the bottom, and that is because of the stereo speakers that are present here. So on the physical aspect, you won't be getting a full view display, and you won't actually have to expect that here, because the stereo speakers here on the top and bottom would take up some space. And so there's also the front facing camera that is present in that notch area. Not the notch actually, there's also the entire strip there. So it's not that notch display with the U-shape or V-shape notch. It's an entire chin towards the top and towards the bottom as well. And there's also 4 microphones in the physical aspect. To continue with that, 4 microphones is with that ASUS noise reduction technology. So for someone who's playing games with the speakers that are turned on and not on the headphones, you can actually give in some great audio input because of the 4 microphones that would work well in cancelling any other noise and give the best of the audio to the phone. Now for the stereo speakers, there are 2 speakers both on the front, and that is why if games like PUBG Mobile, you don't have to always use earphones. We always recommend using earphones because of the fact that most of the phones come with a single speaker, and the single firing speaker won't give you the experience of left and right. So left and right is the movement that you need to see, the shooting, the firing, the walking movements, that all heard on the left and right would give you an idea about where the enemy is. That doesn't happen on most of the phones. That is possible here because of the fact that it has 2 speakers, left and right, and that is where it gives you the best of the speaker experience as well. And the speakers are located at an apt location. You aren't going to muffle the sound because these are present on the front. When you're holding a phone, you would see that the audio is coming out of the front and not towards the side. So when you place the phone in your hand, it won't be getting muffled at all. And now with the Type-C connectivity, this has been present on the ROG phone earlier as well. So with the ROG 2, it's nothing new, but just to let you know, there's a USB Type-C port towards the bottom, there's a dual USB Type-C port towards the side, and that is helpful when you're actually playing game, when you're having the phone in the landscape mode. This is an issue that I have always raised about playing games. When you have the ports towards the bottom, when you hold the phone, it's always hard to have the wires going from there and holding it and playing the game. Having it towards the side would actually give it an easier experience. You don't have to worry about any wires towards the side. Also, although the 3.5mm headset jack towards the bottom, the support for USB Type-C earphones gives it flexibility there. So if you are using a Type-C earphone, you can connect it from the side with that dual USB Type-C ports to the side. That would help not just in charging but also with the earphone experience with the Type-C earphones. And this dual Type-C is for the accessories that are coming along with the ROG Phone 2. We'll have a separate video done for that to let you know what are the best accessories that you can get for the ROG Phone 2 in case you're planning to get one of the best gaming gaming phones in the market. Now with the processor, the Snapdragon 855 was the best flagship chipset so far from Qualcomm. They made it better with the better clock speed, 2.96 gigahertz. So now it's called the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus. And the plus is not only for the clock speed. It's the GPU that is made better now. So it's 675 megahertz. That's the clock speed now that you're getting on the Adreno 640 GPU. It's 15% faster than the previous GPU, which also is the same. The branding is the same, Adreno 640, but now the 855 Plus has a faster GPU for a faster gaming processing. So the graphics processing has been made better, and it's the same number of cores there, but the clock speed is made better to 2.96 gigahertz. And the ROG Phone 2 has variants with 8 GB RAM up to 12 GB RAM, and there's no dearth of space. Up to 256 GB is what you get in the storage aspect. And the one that we are going to use is 8 GB RAM, 128 GB storage. So this is the base variant, which you would be able to understand by with us testing out and letting you know whether the base variant is good enough for you in the coming days. Now the other aspect which I said is not one of the best in the market, but still it's a decent set of cameras that are offered here. A dual camera setup on the back, 48 megapixel camera, that's Sony IMX586 sensor with the quad Bayer technology or the quad Bayer filter that would give you some pretty amazing 12 megapixel captures, but also there's a possibility of 48 MP captures if you want to capture them. There's also a 13 megapixel 125-degree ultra wide camera that's given on the back. So you're getting the regular camera, also a wide angle camera, and there's the dual flash, which is again dual tone flash, not as a dual regular dual flash. It's a dual tone flash, so you would be able to get some natural flash lights that's lighting. You won't be getting something that is very warm or very cool. It's on the midst and a natural lighting that you would get. On the front you have a 24 megapixel selfie camera, again with the quad Bayer technology, so you'll be able to take 6 MP selfies with some great quality out there. So we'll be doing a separate camera review, though I would frankly say it won't make sense to talk more about the cameras here. It's mostly about the gaming part, though with the cameras we expect it to do a decent job, but we won't say it would be the best in the market, because there are phones flooded with great cameras. There's a market entirely flooded right now with best camera phones. The Pixels are coming in, the Galaxy Note 10 is out there, the iPhones have come in. They're all heavily priced and they're all premium priced. So this is not something that would be competing the likes of those phones for the cameras. This is certainly for gaming experience. And one more part about the gaming here is about there are two parts, not one. The air triggers were a part earlier as well with the ROG phone. So air triggers are present towards the side, that's on the right side. And here it's not just about the taps. Last time it was tapping, this time it's about not just tapping but also sliding. So again, we'll plan to do a separate video for the entire gaming experience. We'll let you know how the air trigger work and how the air triggers would help in playing, and something like shooting with the air triggers, not having something like the shooting button on the screen but as a part of the triggers. Shooting in, scoping in, those things can be done with the air triggers, and the other part is with the cooling technology. So the cooling aspect here is again called the ROG aerodynamic system. That's something that is printed out on the back of the phone, and there are vents here present for the dissipation of the heat. There's also the air cooling pipe or the vent inside of it, and there's an entire cooling system present here to keep the phone chilled. Obviously with the chipset such as 855 plus, you would want to get the best of the gaming graphic experience out there, so you'll try to not compromise with the graphic settings. You'll try to push it to the max, and that's when the chipset also tends to heat up, and the liquid cooling or the cooling system that is given here will try to cool that down. We'll be doing a separate gaming review to let you know whether the phone heats up or will it be able to handle it well. While talking about the gaming itself, it's about the gaming experience with the battery. There are phones that offer the best of the gaming experience, but you get about 3 to 4 hours of battery life and then they shut down. So here there's a 6000 mAh battery. It is said that on the highest graphics you'd be able to get about 7.1 hours of gaming on PUBG Mobile, and more than that, about 10 hours on the other games. But on PUBG Mobile, 7 hours of gaming. 7 hours, I would say, frankly, is something if you are an addicted person to PUBG. I would play it for not more than 2 hours. But if you actually want a continuous gaming experience, if you're playing something like tournaments, 7 hours is what you would get on a single charge. And the best thing here is that, again, because of the USB Type-C being on the side, you would always be able to charge the phone together while playing the game without any disturbance. So here it's a 6000 mAh battery with a support for up to 30 watt charging, but in the box you would be getting 18 watt charger here. And to go on with the security options, this ROG Phone 2 comes with the in-display fingerprint sensor as well as the face unlock. So those are the basic security options that you get here. And here's the unboxing for you to check out what the box offers. So that's it about the ROG Phone 2. This was the unboxing and a quick overview of the entire device. We would be taking a few days to check it out to understand how the phone offers, what the phone offers, and the full review, the gaming review, the camera review would be coming up on the channel later. So that's it for now. I hope you like this video. If you do share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching and see you next video.